Hey everyone, so I'm just finishing up bonus experience weekend right now, and I kind of ran out of stuff to do. I managed to get my 99 invention, so what I planned on doing was to start making a little bit extra money, and I had some AFK time, so I ended up just disassembling some iron plate skirts. I was just planning on starting to make my money back a little bit by making these mechanized chinchompas, but then I actually did the method altogether, and I realized that this is actually very quick experience. So I figured I might as well actually make all these mechanized chinchompas while I'm on bonus experience weekend still. In about 30 seconds or so, you end up getting, if I recall, it's about 100,000 experience. So I'm looking at about 1 million experience just in a grand total of maybe 5 minutes that I'm going to be making. This actually could be a very overpowered method to do for bonus experience weekend, and it's actually making money while you're doing it. It does require quite a bit of prep time. A lot of the prep was already done while I was doing other money making methods. I know I got connector parts and living components both for free. The only last thing I needed was the plated components, which I disassembled a lot of iron plate skirts, which I had been buying over a long period of time. I think I had about 12,000 to start out with, so I've disassembled about 10,000 of them total. But I did have about 600 just from junk refiners. Sorry, the bank standers. I did have some of the components already while I was doing it. But as you can see, I'm making absolute insane amount of experience right now, so that's why I wanted to do it before bonus experience weekend was over. I didn't actually end up getting 115 dungeoneering though. I'm gonna be going ahead and trying to get these sold for you, and I'll be coming back in a couple seconds to show you how much profit I made just from making 5,000 mechanized chinchompas. It should be quite a bit. I do want to mention though, it did take about 20 hours worth of disassembling to get all of these if you don't include the connector parts between living components and the plated components from iron plate skirts. About 14 to 15 hours for living components, and about, I think it's 3.5 for all the plated components to make 5,000 of these. So this isn't a very quick method, but it was just disassembling things while I got other components that I needed already. So I'll be back in a couple seconds showing you the overall profit. Hey, so just a quick update for you guys. I did finish up making the mechanized chinchompas, and it did give me 100 invention. Obviously, 100 invention doesn't really give you anything. It is going to be getting me closer to 105, which is going to be junk chance reduction 9, which is the last thing I really want. Possibly 107 for alchemical onyx. That might be something that I want to see if it's still profitable to do or not. That way I can show you guys another money making method for higher levels. But I do have these mechanized chinchompas. They're in for about 8,000 a piece. The margin was about 1,000 each. I'll show you in a couple seconds. So I'll probably get about the 39 mil for this. I just got to be patient. 40 of these sold almost instantly. It's not an instant sell though. Somebody bought 40 of them a couple seconds after I put this offer in. So selling all 5,000 seems like it's going to be a pretty slow process, but I'm hoping to get it done eventually. I do want to show you for a second, show you the history to show you that 79.60 was the bought price for it, but they are about 1,000 margin. So again, it's gonna be a slow sell. I'm expecting to sell it over the next day or two, hopefully. If it doesn't sell, I'll probably drop down the price and I'll update this before actually submitting it to you guys. So you might not be seeing it for another day or two after bonus experience ends, depending on how long it takes me to sell all these. But I did buy them for about 14 million, and the exchange price in right now is for about 40. So I'm looking at about a 25 mil profit for 3.5 hours of disassembling iron plate skirts. So it's about 7 to 8 mil if you're only having to do the iron plate skirts. Obviously, if you have to get living components, that's going to be another 17 hours or so. I personally got it just while getting simple components with maple logs. But if you have to disassemble something specifically for living components, then it probably isn't worth doing this. It still only puts it up to about 20 hours for about 25 mil, so you're still making a little bit more than 1 million per hour in profit, but it's probably not the best method of collecting money for this game. But I will be back as soon as these all sell, hopefully in the next day or two. Okay, so these all got sold. I did have to drop the price down. I went ahead and double checked all of the buy and sell price again, and it was quite a bit lower than it was originally. I ended up selling them for 7,561. The mid prices are now a little bit higher, so I probably should have just waited, but I did get this sold during Double Experience Weekend. I was a little bit concerned that these might drop after Double Experience Weekend. I don't know if there's any overpowered method using these mechanized chinchompas, so I figured I might as well just go ahead and get these sold ASAP. I did make 37.5 mil minus, I think it was about 14 for the red chinchompas, so that leaves me at about 22, 23, and then if you also subtract the amount of cost from the iron plate skirts, that ended up making just about a 20 mil profit from 500 living components. So it's a pretty good profit, honestly. I can't really complain too much. Oh, I did forget there's also another 300,000, so it might be like 21 million. That's not that bad of a profit. So if I go ahead and collect this, it means I have a 54 million, close to 55 million coin stack, so not a bad deal. I also do have about 10 million invested into mithril plate bodies. I figured that these things were going to be crashing after the Double Experience Weekend, and they're one of the better methods of getting the plated components for some more mechanized chinchompas in case I ever wanted to do it in the future. I'm probably going to put these in the GE again, just try to sell them for a little bit of profit, maybe like 2,100. Can't imagine they would crash too much. Everything crashes after Double Experience Weekend and it starts making a little bit of rebound, but figured I'd invest a little bit of my money just at the Double Experience Weekend, and just in case this doesn't sell, I still can use these for something. I can still disassemble them. So, all in all, 20 mil profit for 3 hours worth of work. Not a bad deal, just the way I did it. Hopefully you guys all enjoy this little type of video. If you do, go ahead and leave a like down below. As always, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Have a good one.